YouTube viewers, Rectangular back with another review. Now this time we have the Marvel Legends A.I.M soldier. This is from the Captain America Infinite series, the new rebranding of Marvel Legends. And again we have Soldiers of A.I.M, same package that the Baron Zemo comes in. My guess is that they were trying to save money on packaging, which that's perfectly fine with me. Very nice box. We'll compare that to the new Star Wars Black Series package. And you can see there, with the exception of the cardboard at the top, they are very similar in size. The Star Wars Black is a little bit narrower. Not a whole lot. You probably can't even see that, no. But it's probably a quarter of an inch narrower, but and also the window sticks up slightly more on that. But I'm not too concerned. I'm not a mint on card collector. So as you can see, that Captain America on the side, the other A.I.M soldier. They have Baron Zemo, and again, Cap on the other side. Very, very nice. And I'm hoping that we will get this packed in the next wave of this series with the Black Widow, Winter Soldier, and movie Captain America. As you can see here, it does not specify what figures are going to be in the wave. And it also still says coming in the fall of 2014. So they didn't change the packaging because it looks like we're going to be now getting that next wave in the spring. Actually, not even that long of a wait. It looks like in the next few weeks we should be getting the next wave. Alright, let's go ahead and get him out of the package and take a closer look. So both agents of A.I.M in the wave, the A.I.M soldier and Baron Zemo, both come with the same Build-A-Figure piece, which is the right arm of the Mandroid. And this is what it looks like. Pretty nice. It's got some pretty cool gun barrels on the front there. Not a whole lot of paint applications, just black paint. Looks like it's this silvery metallic looking plastic, very similar to the Ironmonger. Very, it's based on that sculpt. So you got the black paint for the cable piece, and the black looks like it's a little bit shy on the edge there, but overall pretty good. It got a little extra piece of silver paint there. Looks like it could use a little bit more yellow on the stripes there, but not too much in the way of overpaint. So pretty cool. I like that. The other one looks almost as good. It's got a little bit of plastic still stuck from the mold on the barrel there, but yeah, I think they did a good job with this. So potentially we could build. I'm guessing they made it to where you can build when you get both waves. You can actually, if you get both cases from each wave, that you can build at least two Mandroids. So that's pretty cool. I wouldn't mind having one. Not so concerned about building it. Alright, let's go ahead and move along. So here we have the A.I.M soldier out of the package, and I have to say overall it's a pretty damn good figure. My biggest compliment for it so far is that it stands really well. It's one of my biggest complaints about the newer Marvel Legends is how small the feet are on the figures. It's nice that they have ankle pivot, but they seem to make the figures, the feet, too short and too narrow, so they don't always stand all that great. This one's got some nice wide feet on it, and it does have peg holes. It's got these kind of like cowboy boots. It's kind of cool. Not a whole lot as far as paint goes. You know, the entire figure is yellow with the exception of the belt is black plastic with a yellow paint on it. The one major flaw I've noticed is the grenades. On the front of the harness you've got, you know, the whole harness is black, and the pins for the grenades are painted silver, but only the front. The tops are black and the backs are black. There's no paint on the inside of the grenades, and none on the top. So I'll have to fix that. And on the back grenades there's no paint whatsoever. So don't know if they're all like that, but that's how mine is. It's got some pretty nice sculpt detail on the little pouches there. No paint. Would be nice if they had touched up. They had put a little like dot of silver or gold on the snaps of those pouches. Looks like they did that on the front. Looks like it's a pale like gunmetal, I would say, for each one of those snaps. So they tried at least on the front, but they just didn't do anything on the back. Could use a little bit more paint back here. You can see like some kind of bubbles that were sticking up there where the paint didn't quite cover it. Did notice here on the back the point is supposed to have like 2 diamonds, and mine is kind of squished, so my guess is that it was still warm coming out of the factory line, and they stuck it in the package and it just kind of like mashed in. So, you know, it's not the end of the world, but you know, that's what you do. That's what you get with these mass-produced toys. It does have some paint on the buttons of his gloves, so that they did a pretty decent job. This one's not as clean. This one looks pretty good. And no paint on the buckles of the boots. So that's pretty much it as far as the paint goes. No paint on any of the buckles on his front of his uniform. The paint on the visor turned out really well. So far I don't see any kind of over painting there into the top of the mask, which is nice. And it does have some sculpt detail, so you can, if you run your finger across it, you can feel kind of like a waffle iron pattern. So I like that. Looks like it could have got a little bit better on the silver there, but overall pretty happy. Yeah, so that's pretty much it as far as the paint applications go. Like I said, it's all yellow plastic. The colors of the plastic does seem to match pretty well as far as all the different parts. The chest and the lower leg and the upper part of the leg, you can barely tell there's a slight difference in the color of the plastic, but it's pretty damn close. I don't think in most photographs or video you're going to be able to tell. The color of his weapons is a little bit more orange than yellow, so I don't know if that was intentional or not. I kind of like that it is that way, so that there's some contrast, so that you can actually see it doesn't just blend in with the figure when he's holding a weapon. You can actually tell that it's not just part of his body, that he's actually holding a weapon. So I like the fact that they went with a more orange than tried to match the color of the uniform. Speaking of the weapons, mine is a little, the large weapon here is a little bit warped in the package. You can see that So, hopefully with hot water I can straighten that out. It's not too horrible. It is pretty hard plastic, so it's nice that they're not going quite so cheap like they have in the past. So hopefully once I heat it up and then stick it in some ice cold water, that'll fix that situation. It does say A.I.M there on the stock, which is pretty cool. It's got this nice bright like turquoise paint, which it does have striped on the inside and over the top areas there. It does look like it's this shiny metal looking plastic that we've been getting with the Iron Man figures, and then they painted this area black on the bottom. So like that a lot. Looks good. And same with the pistol. It's the whole thing is this orange plastic and then black for the handle, and then the blue turquoise on the front. Alright, so let's take those out of the way. So as far as the articulation goes, can look back fairly well. He is impeded by that collar piece, so he can look down not too shabby. He's not going to be able to look all that great in that helmet anyway. The head is on a ball peg, so that's pretty cool. You can have some unmasked A.I.M soldiers, and standard Legends articulation. Now the shoulders aren't going to go up that far because of the sculpt. It does stick out pretty. His costume does stick out pretty far, and they are pretty bulky. They don't have the joint going all the way down into the midsection of the shoulder. It's pretty covered up, which I like that. These guys don't need to be super articulated. They're not going to be doing hand-to-hand combat so much. They're just regular dudes and scientist flunkies with guns. So they're not going to be doing hand-to-hand combat with street-level guys. Anyway, upper bicep swivel, double jointed elbows, wrist rotation, and the wrist hinge. They do not have a wrist or upper forearm swivel. The glove is just molded on there, and standard Y joint there with the upper thigh swivel. It's got a really good ab crunch, so you can see that. So that's going to be really good for knocking him on his back. And double jointed knees, which the lower knee joint is really stiff on mine. There we go. So yeah, I'm really liking the articulation on these guys. I don't think they have upper thigh or shin swivel. No, they don't. No shin swivel on these guys. So that's a little bit disappointing, but it does have really good foot articulation. Let's see. Yes, ankle pivot, just in case there was any question. So I'm okay with that. I would much rather have good ankle articulation than to have a shin swivel. That totally makes up for it. So yeah, I'm very pleased with the articulation on him. And let's go ahead and do some comparisons. And finally we have the A.I.M soldier next to the Build-A-Figure m.o.d.o.k, and on his right, your left, the crossbones from the Ares wave. So I think they got the size just right on this guy. Looks really good with the m.o.d.o.k. I know a lot of people have have been using the Marvel Universe A.I.M soldier because that's all we had, but this is going to look really cool in some setups with m.o.d.o.k, and I already have a bunch of pre-ordered A.I.M soldiers coming, so looking forward to having my army build complete. So here we have the figure next to the Bucky cap on the far left, and on the far right we have the face-off Captain America. So I do think he's actually a little bit on the tall side. I was thinking that it's just the his costume, but if you look at where his line of sight would be, it's well above both caps in this shot, so they're pretty much shoulder to shoulder. I think you could probably fudge it with their knees a little bit. Would have liked if he was a little bit shorter so that he's not towering over Bucky cap there. Alright, well, overall not too bad, but I think he's just a little bit on the tall side. Let's go ahead and show the last comparison. Yeah, so hopefully you guys liked the video. You hit the like button, share with your friends. If you haven't already subscribed, I hope that you will, and I love hearing back from you guys, so please leave a comment below. Alright, thanks so much for watching. Talk to you guys later. Bye.